It's a brutal, dangerous world out there. But I found my way. Chaos is my home. And I'll make sure you never escape it.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Rainbow Six Siege booth at PAX West. I'm Justin Kruger, your community developer on Rainbow Six Siege. How's it going, guys? I'm joined by Panky and Punji Stick. That's Panky.
That's me, first.
I'm Punji Stick, since he's directionally.
Exactly.
After the last couple of days, we're kind of molding into one,
exactly.
but not quite there yet.
Yeah,
we have become
Panky
Panky Stick.
Day 3 of PAX West, and it's a little bit challenging to keep the mind running.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. How's PAX West going for you guys?
I'm loving it. This is my first PAX West. The only one done before was PAX East when we did the Siege finals there, and to see the comparison from East to West has been great.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, the fans have been really
Little UK
really
man over in America.
I'm a tourist.
Absolutely, and this event has been really cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us yesterday, and today we're going to be talking about the new map, Theme Park, and the new attack operator, Ying. But we also have one special surprise at the end of this stream. We're going to be talking about an upcoming change to recoil. You do not want to miss that.
The recoil change.
We'll be talking, just to be clear, it's something far in the future. It's not coming with Season 3, but we'll go into it in just a few minutes once we look at some of the upcoming stuff. But let's take a look at the map that's going to be in Season 3, Blood Orchid. What were your first impressions when you guys launched into Theme Park here?
My first impression was it kind of gave me like an older Rainbow Six vibe, which I feel like a lot of the new maps have. They've been a lot more colorful. They've been more, I guess, not creative. They're all creative, but the setting is just a lot cooler than just another building.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, this is it's like an abandoned theme park off the coast of off the coast of Hong Kong, not Rainbow Six.
But it almost sort of has that like Fallout vibe to it.
A little bit of a Fallout, a little bit of like a post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, like a post-apocalyptic.
But you also have this like remnants of humans that have been there with like, but with the drug lab, of course, obviously.
Naturally, it wouldn't be Rainbow Six without a drug lab. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. But then there's also this like really cool section, the haunted house map, which is really fun. It's kind of spooky. A little too spooky.
Makes me too nervous.
Too spooky for me. I think with Caveira being who she is.
I've had a couple of moments of like trying to learn my way around the map and just creeping around. It's getting darker. And it's okay, I find someone suddenly appearing around the corner. It made me jump. It caught me.
It's really funny because a lot of people say Rainbow Six Siege is like the best horror game out there. It's like, it's with all the jump scares. But then there's also this really cool arcade section. A lot of cool little fun Easter eggs in there. But how did you guys feel like it played? Like, did it feel like the familiar map?
Screenshots of your sticking faces behind. I'm so going to do that.
Yeah, there are cutouts like we have here with the Far Cry.
If those aren't mapped to character heights, I'm going to be furious.
If you can't crouch and stand at those heights, I'm very upset.
Reddit, be ready to rally.
The funny thing is, one of them is Ash, and everybody says like Ash doesn't have a hitbox, so it's probably a cheeky joke by one of the level artists.
Of course.
No, it's things like that I love about this map. It has character. There's something there to this one. It's not just another generic building.
Absolutely. Right. It's one of the most interesting ones, too, because it has all these mixed signals, right, where it's, this once fun-loving place where people were, like, having a blast riding teacups and riding roller coasters, and now it's just taken over by drug lords and and cultists,
the usual. That old chestnut.
Yeah, exactly.
That old chestnut.
Yeah. Absolutely. So how did you guys feel like it played when you guys were on it?
I think it's super hard to say that or like I got a good 9 hours straight on the map, and it didn't, to steal Panky's line yesterday, didn't immediately hate it.
That's usually a good sign.
But I mean, map knowledge is the most important thing in Rainbow Six, so it's very hard to say if a map is good or bad until you've gotten a substantial amount of playtime on it. But it looks really promising to me. Like it looks not too destructible, but not too funneled.
Yeah, a lot of different angles that you can take into it, and it's also really beautiful. Like we were saying,
really
one of the coolest like art design maps that we've seen in the past. There's just so much that went into this map, and the level design team did a really good job, I feel like, on it. So that is a look at Theme Park, the new map coming with Operation Blood Orchid, which is available on Tuesday, September 5th, which is really cool, a free map for everybody that owns the game. So also, yesterday we looked at the Defender operators, Legion and Ella, which are really cool. I love those operators. I think they're going to be really interesting how they play. But now we're going to take a look at Ying, the attacking operator. So what did you guys, obviously Ying is equipped with this flash cluster grenade.
For bananas. I am a cat.
Obviously there's Twitch or in-game chat that's still in there. Yep. That's pretty funny. This is recorded footage by you, Banky, right?
No,
this is Punchy Stick. Yeah.
So it's the usual band of fellows, you know, got some roids, some Dottie.
Yeah.
But no, like Ying as an operator is really strong. I've seen and talked to a few people now who played with her on these maps and on new maps, and with the combination of her being 3-speed and having very powerful flashbangs, having a very strong LMG compared to all the others, like it's a great weapon. The nerfs to barbed wire, a lot of people are putting her perhaps above Ash in future team compositions, because thanks to Sledge being improved, thanks to barbed wire hit registration being improved, thanks to the server hit registration being improved, and thanks to only 2 hits on barbed wire now instead of 3, you're not going to need Ash's charges to clear out as much as you were previously.
They become a lot more useless.
Yeah, so in certain pushes, certain bomb sites, certain instances, the flashbang Candela charges that Ying brings are going to be incredibly powerful, and the logical place to replace that is then the Ash. So I think that is going to be a huge change to the meta we've seen, because Ash has been consistently played since Season 1.
So you feel like she might be a little bit more of a rusher?
She's going to be one of these.
So I think she is 2-speed, though. 2-speed.
Is she 2-speed? Well, she's a very fast 2-speed then.
Fast 2-speed. Yeah. And she is sort of that entry fragger that you can see here. She can roll it along the floor, along the doorway.
I can't, but she can.
But it was slowed by the barbed wire there. So that's like one of the interesting things too, where there are defenses against Ying's Candelas that can really come into play.
Smoke grenade. I got concussed. Smoke something.
It's good cover.
What is important to note is I was clearly showing that you can't be stunned by your own stun, which is a very cool thing about Ying, is that you can set those off right in front of your face and they do nothing to you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty cool.
Because you got some cool shades.
Yeah, and then combination with that and the smoke grenades too are really kind of lethal combination where you can throw your flash Candela cluster charge into a room, and also time it with a smoke grenade and just have like a really powerful attack.
Yeah, as we said yesterday, the new smoke grenades now actually do block vision very well consistently. You can reliably block off portions of a building with that. So you smoke a couple of doorways, flash the remaining area that's left, and anyone in there is going to be out of commission for quite a while. Yeah. So
we talked a lot about, you guys talked a lot about the smoke grenades yesterday, and I feel like that's going to be one of the key changes to this offensive attack, where you have a really reliable smoke now.
Right.
Yeah. And it's going to be really consistent, and we also just this past week on the technical test server, we had there was an issue where you could exploit it and see through, and we hotfixed that. So that's going to be that's already going to be gone. So it was a really good testament for the technical test server.
And as we've already seen from so many, well, not so many, but from other like high valued competitive shooters, like getting this reliable smoke is going to change the way the game plays so much. Yeah. Because smokes have not been a big part of funneling defenders or preventing them from moving or like protecting pushes on attack in this game, even though they should be. And the sound of this pistol is phenomenal. That's like, the suppressor sounds so cool. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that we haven't quite touched on with the Candela charges yet is the fact that it can be placed on destructible walls and windows like a fuse charge.
Like a non-lethal fuse.
Which is something that people were asking as a buff for fuse from the early days, was give him the option of explosives or flashbangs. Now, as a team, you have an option of explosives or flashbangs, or both, because it comes from these Candelas.
Yeah, I think that was too cool of a gadget to just give to fuse. You know what I mean? And it doesn't fit with fuse.
No.
Fuse is
explosive demolition expert that makes a big mess.
Exactly. He's ready to just kill everybody in a room, including the hostage. And the backstory for Ying was that she's in Hong Kong. She's part of the SDU, part of the Hong Kong unit, and in Hong Kong it's so densely populated that she really relies more on non-lethal execution and attacks for map. So she actually hates Fuse for that reason. That she just feels him as she sees him as a questionable asset. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's a really cool insight into how the development team is really kind of balancing and creating these operators with a backstory now, which the players are going to be able to see a lot more of now. So for ranked play,
just let it go off.
Really had to make
that was
sure.
actually a pretty good play right there. Yeah.
I mean,
you could have killed him like 20 seconds before.
But you are kind of aiming at him for a few seconds.
Yeah, but I wanted him to be stunned.
You wanted to have him stunned.
I wanted him to be stunned.
Because Effie was asking us yesterday about the power of the shotguns on these new operators.
Right.
That was Ying's shotgun, and you see there, it's taken a lot of rounds there to take down a Frost.
Yeah, I did have a suppressor on it.
You did
worth
have
noting.
Yeah.
All right. So there is that. But yeah, the combat effectiveness of shotguns is still something that needs to be a little bit fine-tuned. The LMG is still going to be her go-to weapon for everyone.
To be fair, though, I think it's pretty well tested at this point that shotguns are either going to be a little too strong or a little underpowered, and they are much better off underpowered than too strong.
Yes, I would rather them be this way and have the LMG be used than have them too much the other way.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just furthering off what Effie said. It's like, there it is in action. I think the shotgun just a little bit on the softer side, but it can be used sometimes if you get it right.
Now I know in Technical Tester you're probably playing on casual, probably didn't get to explore rank too much. But how do you see Ying playing out on a high level, like platinum or competitive level of gameplay?
It's going to be one which requires a lot of coordination.
Yeah.
As I say, the timing of these pushes, because yes, she can avoid her own flashbangs, but the rest of the team can't. Right. Whether she's planting them on a destructible surface or she's throwing them through a hole, the timings on the 1, 2, or 3 seconds for charge to go off that she chooses to put in, going to require a lot of communication, going to require a lot of teamwork on that front. So we'll see her a lot in ranked because she's going to be good, she's going to be fun. But we're also going to see a lot of angry players getting flashbanged by their own team because of it. Coming the professional level, coming the coordinated teams, we should see a lot more of her and some very devastating pushes from the tip-top squads. Timing these things in, perhaps even using 1 3-second fuse charge effect Candela on a wall, and then a 1-second charge thrown through a different window to completely coat her.
Absolutely. I think one of the most interesting things about her, or one of the ways that she might be used, is just to clear out a room of ADSs. You know, just plant the
one thing I did find is that you plant the Candela on the wall and all the charges will empty the ADSs, but it can, if you throw it in, it will get taken 1 charge unless it triggers, in which case then there's multiple charges going off. So depending on the placement of the ADSs, is you could get all of the ones in the room, or you could just waste 1 charge and lose a whole Candela. So
if you're planting it, then you should be safe. But if you're just throwing it in, then you might get some bad luck with there. But I mean, like if you place it on a wall, place it on the ceiling, even you can have a coordinated attack where you're planting it on the ceiling, and it's also kind of a buff for fuse, as we were talking about earlier, where you could clear out that room of ADSs and then plant a fuse charge on a wall or something like that, which would be really.
It's I think it also, as Panky said, what also contributes to the level of high skill gameplay that she'll require. These are the shortest stuns out of anything in the game. They're shorter than flashbangs. They're shorter than Echo's thing. They're shorter than Ella. They're any other stunning or flashing effect is all longer than this one, which makes it's going to be very hard for it to be. It's going to for it to be effective for other teammates. This round I like because I got hit by all of the new operator straps about a dozen
you got Legion right there.
Yeah, and then just ruined. I had no idea what was going on anymore.
Speaking of which, we were talking about the defensive operators, but from the attacker's perspective, how did you guys feel like that sort of the new meta is shaping out?
It's super annoying.
The first couple weeks of learning how to deal with the new defenders is going to be so annoying on attack.
It's going to be painful.
You're just going to be running into everything. It's going to be that round as half of your day all the time.
You can have a whole team of trappers now too, where you have Frost, Kapkan, Legion.
Oh full trap
Ella,
team. Right. Which people will definitely be doing in ranked solely for that purpose. They will as soon as they go up.
So much that you have to look out
for.
Right.
As soon as you're up 1 or 2 rounds, hey, defense round. All right, let's do an all trap round.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be walking into everything.
Yeah.
You're going to have a frost trap hanging off one leg and 2 of the sticks
legions,
in your legs and flashbangs going off in your eyeball every 2 seconds. Yeah.
It's going to suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most interesting things about this operation is that you do get 3 operators. You get 2 defense operators. Normally, you just have to adjust for 1 defense, one attacker, but now you're going to have 2 defender operators.
And both are trap operators.
So frustrating to learn how to counter, and it's going to be really interesting to see how the attacking side fares with this new meta of attackers. So yeah, absolutely. So what else did you find useful about Ying? Like, what other situation did you see?
I was trying to figure out what was going on. Then the other player there was Dottie, and suddenly everything made sense.
I didn't realize these were going to be totally uncut.
We didn't edit these.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing we briefly touched on yesterday is the fact there's only 2 smoke grenades per person now, too, because of the buff on it. And now you can see it there in action. We talked about, as you can know, but he's running with his pistol again. how powerful holding certain entranceways is going to be with...
Usually you shouldn't hold angles with your pistol.
With your pistol,
yeah.
no.
You can when you're Dottie.
I've forgotten her name. With Ella, and we've seen you walk through a couple of doorways now. As soon as that concussion charge goes off, not only is it very long, you're very much stuck facing one direction, can't move.
Yeah, it clamps your movement very hard.
Yeah,
so when we talked about it yesterday, we gave a feel for it. People can actually see what it looks like here, and it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. How do you think Ying kind of ranks? Like, who does she work well with? Like, who do you think she's going to be like?
Because of the nature of her gadget, as you say, because it's just a flashbang, at the end of the day, she can work with anyone. Anyone that's got a weapon that can shoot while someone's blinded,
smoke.
She's going to have a great cohesion way with that. As you mentioned, there is some use for
wrecked by that Ella.
No, it's fine.
Ella and Goo. No, not Goo, but yeah. Some use for her killing IDSs in some sense, and now the smoke grenades are more prominent. You're not going to want to use them on it so much. But she's going to be one of those operators which will work with more or less anything you put her in.
Now,
it's more bomb site specific.
Now, overall, looking at all the changes coming to Operation Health, or Operation Blood Orchid from Operation Health, what is your overall impression of Blood Orchid, and what excites you most about this?
That right there, that big gray cloud. That big gray cloud is that you cannot see
but
a
now
thing.
we've totally shut the bomb site down to where they can only see through one door.
Right.
And that's going to take a good chunk of the bomb itself there. And if you saw earlier when we pushed in there, we knew somebody was actually in the other side of the map past the trains. Yeah. And Dottie smoked that off completely, so they just were stuck there.
Yeah. You can tell it right in Dottie's face.
Because that is actually that guy from the train coming now that just died to the good old Chef Boyardee over there.
You got to win there, but also so like looking at the lighting as well. I think we talked.
That was something that really scared me about Theme Park as a map. When we first saw the trailer and first saw the teaser images for it, I was like, all right, it looks really pretty. There's lots of cool little assets in it. But what's the lighting going to be like?
Right.
And we hadn't seen TTS at this point. We hadn't seen it on the other maps. We got in and played this, and at no point on any of the old maps, and especially not the new map, did I ever find myself going, I can't see this, or it's too dark in here, or the transitions from each area and each theme, did I get lost at any point? Like, the lighting is beautiful, despite how complex this map is in terms of assets, in terms of design. And that is, I think, as you said earlier, a testament to the level design team, testament to the art team, and how well this is all meshed into
I mean,
one.
there was a huge change across the board on all maps to change the contrasting, so it's not, you're not going to get blinded when you're looking outside, and you're not going to get
lighting is beautiful now. It's so good. Yeah. I mean, as most people have been saying, it's almost unplayable to go back to the regular game now because of how good the TTS patch is, which, is...
just a good and bad thing.
It might hurt you to hear, and I apologize, but
I mean, that's what we like to do, is just spoil
That says
our
a lot about a patch, though, to actually make the current state of the game be like, I'll wait till the 5th. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
And it's not that, like, people that didn't like the game before came back, tried Tesso, and said, okay, well, at least I know I'm good at it.
It's people that are playing
did
every
like
day.
the game, and played it every day, played the Tesso, and went, wow, I didn't realize how good it could be. It's brilliant.
Yeah, well, the whole team has been working really hard on this operation. It's been kind of a crazy project to work on because I mean, there's 1,300 bug fixes coming in this patch. myself and Craig wrote about
49, yeah,
55 pages of patch notes. So easily one of the biggest updates that is coming to Rainbow Six Siege in the past.
Pretty much any game ever.
I
don't remember last time I saw a game do a 50-page patch note.
I mean,
ever.
if you liked the game before, you're gonna probably like the game after this too. Did they? He
Don't worry about it.
He was down and in mid-revive the impact nade came out of the hole.
That is some skill right there. Oh man. So with the 3 operators, with all these changes, with the lighting change, the smoke change, it's going to feel a lot like a different game. Man.
Yeah.
I think you guys sort of felt that when you were playing on the TTS too.
There's just going to be so much more potential for real, like, calculated gameplay now, even in matchmaking, because of the smokes, because of the lighting, just a lot less shift W, get headshots.
Yeah. Speaking of calculated gameplay, that does lead into something we will be talking about in just a moment, the recoil changes coming to Rainbow Six Siege. So that is a look at Ying. Before we get into that, thank you for capturing that footage, that awesome footage.
Top team.
That is a look at Ying, Legion, and Ella, and the new map.
If any pro teams are looking for another, me and Dottie, we're a package deal.
See, you immediately had it sold, and then you tried to bring Dottie to the package deal, and probably lost all
chance. Probably all lost. So, as we were talking about, we have a really exciting change coming up in the future, and I'd just like to give a shout out to one of our community members, Exec CS, who first sent us a really detailed video about what he thought was a misalignment in sights. And he sent it to us, and we really investigated. We took our time, looked into it, looked at the core issues that he was reporting on, and we uncovered a much deeper issue with how recoil system works and how the sights work. And so we're really excited to announce that coming in the future, so in not season 3, but coming with an upcoming technical test.
Just say it.
Spit it out, Justin.
I'll say it. We're removing the potential for RNG for your recoil. So all weapons will have a predictable recoil pattern, which means you'll be able to learn them. You'll be able to learn them through muscle memory, and it also makes shooting more skill-based. It makes it more accurate, and makes it have you less those spray and pray moments where you're really just kind of like spraying and trying to
it's removing
control
one of the only remaining RNG factors in Rainbow Six. I mean, that having a predictable recoil pattern means you know what is going to happen when you hold down left click.
Right. Yeah. So what do you guys think is the potential for competitive, the potential reaction for competitive players and high-level players and ranked?
It's going to be huge. Like, we're going to see a massive skill cap increase in the best of the best shooters and the guys that can aim. We've already got some guys that have phenomenal first bullet aim, but from that point outwards, as you say, it's random. Yeah. Then it becomes pure luck as to have you done it well or have you done it not so well. Now we're going to start seeing people that are learning these patterns inside and out. We're going to start seeing people that put hours and hours and hours into just firing weapon after weapon after weapon and figuring out how to trace their mouse and pinpoint accuracy with every bullet.
Yeah, and one of the key things for this upcoming change that will be available in an upcoming TTS is that it's for every weapon. Every weapon is going to have a different recoil pattern, a different recoil mechanism. So you're going to have to learn for each.
Right, which will also, which will really mean like maining characters will become a lot more important than it currently is. It's not just about like, oh well, do you know how to play thermite? Okay, you put one there and you put one over there. Done.
Yeah,
I learned how to play thermite.
Yeah.
But then it's just shooting the guns. Now it's actually going to be like teams will be picking up mains that play certain characters because they know like their mechanical ability is going to be so good with that character. Right. If you're an Ash main now, it means you know exactly what the R4C is going to do, and you can pull the mouse down and keep it right where it needs to be.
Obviously, this is going to be a huge, huge change coming to the game, and so we don't want to implement it lightly. We don't want to just put it out there and tell people, go crazy. So it's definitely going to be coming to the technical test server, so you're going to be able to play it first, and there's still a lot of work because we have over 60 guns in the game.
What will Tachanka's turrets recoil pattern be like?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see in the technical.
It's just going to become a railgun.
Yeah,
it's just going to be a laser.
Exactly.
Just say Tachanka's been hitting the gym, and now it doesn't move.
Incoming Tachanka buff. Anyway, that's a really exciting change coming to Rainbow Six Siege, and that is all the time we have for you today at PAX West. I want to thank Punji Stick and Panky so much for coming to join us for the past 2 days and over the course of the weekend.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, it was really, really fun opportunity to have you guys talk about the game and reunite you a little bit.
Back where we belong.
Yeah, exactly. It's been really fun. And tell the wonderful people of the internet where they can find you.
You can find me on twitch.tv/PunjiStick or at PunjiStickGG on Twitter.
And how about
I
you,
do
Ben?
accept Twitch Prime subs.
50%
It was
off.
coming at some
It was
point this
definitely
week, and
coming,
it had
yeah,
to be said.
Hashtag-
50% off coming up. That's
Hashtag
right.
sell
Yeah,
out.
brand
that's
new.
Hashtag
right.
sell out.
Yeah, no, I'm in. Subs. Mine's just twitch.tv/Panky or at Panky on Twitter, because I'm like verified and I have a little tick. Do you know that much?
Yeah. How does that feel to?
You're very
Justin-
right too. That's
Justin's got a
right.
little
I'm
tick
very-
too.
yeah,
I guess
I'm
we're all
right too,
celebrities
yeah.
now. That's really neat. Cool, guys.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got more awesome content coming right up, so don't go anywhere. Thanks.